Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with a breaking news alert. The country music festival WeFest is canceling its 2020 show. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. WeFest posted on its Facebook page saying it's taking a break this next year and coming back in 2021. The post says they want to continue bringing the music festival to Detroit Lakes, but need a year off to plan. WeFest was recently sold to a new company named Live Nation. It's that time of the year again where we need to remember our winter driving skills. Authorities say they had a busy morning responding to slide-offs and crashes. Sergeant Jesse Grabo with the Minnesota State Patrol tweeted this photo showing a car that hit the ditch near Lake Park along Highway 10. State Patrol reported of another crash that sent 2 people to the Detroit Lakes Hospital after a crash near Audubon this morning. Icy road conditions played a big role in both, and you're reminded to slow it down and stay off the cruise control. And right now in the metro, it's looking not very nice out there. There's some snow, it's melting, turning to rain, real mixed bag of what you're getting. For what we can expect in our forecast, let's check in with Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good afternoon. It's been a snowy one for some of us. Not everybody being hit, but those of us that are Grand Forks, Fargo, 2 of our major metro areas here in the valley. And stretching over toward Lakes Country now, we're seeing that same round of snow moving through. If you were up with us early at 4 o'clock this morning, then you would know that we saw similar conditions roll through, and that's what created those slick spots earlier on Highway 10. And there's more of that happening right now, stretching up through I-29 toward Grand Forks, seeing some of that snow coming down, bringing down our visibility. But in addition to that, it's slick out there. We've got reports of some snow-covered or patchy, icy roads out there, and issues with slick spots in the town of Grand Forks reported by several different people as that snow is coming down and continues to. So this is drifting to the south and east and will continue to be an issue for us for the time being. As it continues on, our temperatures are dropping. Fargo's now below freezing, so that's a critical number there, 29, to keep in mind that with the snow and mixed precipitation coming down now with those lower temperatures, those places first to freeze are those bridge decks. Definitely want to make sure you're careful as you're driving out and about here today, including in Grand Forks as well, where we're at 26 degrees and not much for warmth today. We may see those temperatures go up a little bit if the sun comes out, but overall looking like a cold day. We'll have more on this when the snow will end and when the next round is coming up in just a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused a drain fire to go up in flames this weekend. Now take a look at this. Fire departments from Hillsboro and Hunter battled that fire in Blanchard, North Dakota. Officials say that in order to make sure the fire was out, the bin had to be emptied and firefighters remained on scene for quite some time. Authorities say the cause could be overheating. School officials in Moorhead are hoping voters will approve a $110 million property tax increase for this new high school and career academy. Officials say rising enrollment is expected to push Moorhead High School well past capacity in the next 3 years. The request would help build a new high school on the site of the current school, where existing athletic fields and a sports center can be incorporated into that new school. The money would also help turn the closed Sam's Club in Moorhead into a career academy, where students could try out jobs in health, transportation, or the trades. To learn how you can vote tomorrow, just go to our website, valleynewslive.com. We have a traffic alert for people who take I-94 over the Red River. This evening, crews will be working on concrete repairs there. The Department of Transportation is asking drivers to slow it down and pay attention. Workers will alternate lane closures between 5:30 this evening until 2:30 tomorrow morning. A section of I-94 in North Dakota is closed after a semi hauling a crane crashed into the median. That accident happened near mile marker 185 just east of Sterling. Authorities are closing the westbound lanes and rerouting traffic. Once the semi is removed, the lanes should be back open. A jury in Burleigh County has awarded over $1 billion to the families of the victims in a 2015 drunk driving crash that killed 2 women and injured another. The verdict will distribute the money between Shayna Munson, the lone survivor of that crash, and the families of Abby Rentschler and Taylor Govan, who died in that crash. The defendant, Jordan Morset, is already serving 25 years in prison for causing that accident. His blood alcohol content was 0.295 the night of that crash. That's over 3 times the legal limit. A 63-year-old South Dakota man is scheduled to be put to death today for the slaying of a delivery man who stumbled upon a burglary in 1992. Charles Rhines is scheduled to be executed by lethal injection for the murder of 22-year-old Donovan Schaefer inside a Rapid City donut shop. Rhines had recently been fired from his job at Diggum Donuts and was burglarizing that store when Schaefer walked in. Rhines will be the 20th person executed in South Dakota since 1877. We are now just about 1 year away from the 2020 election and just under 3 months from votes being cast in the first primary. And the Democratic race is heating up. Former Vice President Joe Biden is on top of multiple national polls, but in Iowa, it's a different story, with Senator Elizabeth Warren and Mayor Pete Buttigieg rising. And it's a field that's getting more competitive by the day. Kristen Welker has more.
With Iowa voters holding their caucuses in less than 100 days, the Democrats are now faced with 4 strong contenders after a new poll shows Senator Elizabeth Warren on top in the Hawkeye state, followed closely by Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, and then Joe Biden, who's still leading in most national polls. And with Warren surging, the senator released details of her signature Medicare for All health care plan, saying she'll pay for it by raising taxes on wealthy Americans and large corporations while promising not to increase taxes on the middle class.
$11 trillion that families are going to pay over the next 10 years in out-of-pocket medical costs will go away.
In Iowa, Biden calling Warren's promise not to raise taxes on the middle class unrealistic.
Just get real with numbers.
Meanwhile, Buttigieg, the openly gay mayor from South Bend, Indiana, making headlines when asked how he would deal with leaders from countries where it is illegal to be gay.
They're going to have to get used to it. While we can't intervene in every country and make them be good to their people, I do believe that one big step forward would be for a country like the United States to be led by somebody that people in those other countries can look to and know that they're not alone.
It all comes after a shakeup in the Democratic race. Beto O'Rourke, once a rising star in the party, dropping out.
At this point, that we do not have the means to pursue this campaign successfully, and that my service will not be as a candidate nor as a nominee of this party.
Meanwhile, Senator Kamala Harris, strapped for cash, is laying off several dozen staffers to focus resources in Iowa, but insisting she is still very much in this fight. In our Consumer Alert this afternoon, one person saw an iconic outfit from the movie Grease and said, "You're the one that I want." Olivia Newton-John's outfit from the final scene of the movie sold at auction over the weekend for more than $400,000. That all-black ensemble, which the actress was famously sewn into, fetched a combined $405,700 at the sale in Beverly Hills. Its estimated sale price was between $140,000 and $260,000. Newton-John, who played Sandy in the 1978 hit musical, auctioned off more than 500 personal items. Other items in that sale include Newton-John's custom Pink Ladies jacket, which sold for $50,000. A portion of the profits are set to be donated to the Olivia Newton-John Cancer and Wellness Research Center in Australia. And speaking of iconic, just one day after we all turned back time, music legend Cher announced that she is coming to Fargo. Her beat still goes on as she tours the nation for her Here We Go Again tour. She'll be performing in Fargo this coming April, and if you believe that you'd like to go, we have information on the tickets on our website. See what I did there? Coming up here at noon.